viewers, well, this TV came back again. He reckons it worked pretty good, but then all of a sudden, about 2 weeks later, it locked up and stopped working altogether, and it just gives a fault light with the LED. So it's plugged in right now. I've got to turn the power button on here. Let's have a look. It should turn on. Yeah, it's turning on now, but it's taking its time. See, green light dims. So it wants to turn on now. It's on standby. Yeah, it doesn't want to power on now. It's kind of ummaging out there. I'll turn it off and then try it again. What I might have to do, despite the heat sinks on those processors, I'm going to take the processor board out, the main board out, and just bake it under a halogen light, like a solarium. Let it bake for an hour or two, then see if that fixes it, just to get the solder or the BGAs to flow. It's a possibility. Just got to try a different technique here. Baking the board might fix it. I reckon that's what it is. There you go, just glitched a little bit. I'm going to try a baking technique. Now it's fine all of a sudden again. Yeah, I'll go for a try it here. I'll take the circuit board and bake it for a couple of hours. So it's got to be a BGA chip issue for sure. There's shit solder they use now. So now it's normal again. It doesn't play up now. Sometimes it glitches up and gives a funny looking picture, like as if the T-con board's playing up. But if it was actually, as I said before, if it was actually the T-con board itself that was the fault, the sound and everything would work normally, and I could still use the menu. But what this is doing, it's freezing up altogether with the menu. It plays up and it sometimes freezes up and shuts down, so definitely pointing to a mainboard issue here. Now it's fine again. It's not playing up anymore. No signal in it. It's an analog TV there, which no one uses. It's a shame it's a bloody well built TV you pay freaking money for, and it's a piece of crap still. There's just no such thing as a good branded TV these days. Now it's fine. Let's try turning it off on again. Let's see if this changes anything. Let's see. It's fine now. Before I turned it on yesterday and it played up and it had a big glitch across the screen here, and it was all glitchy like the T-con, like it gives a T-con board like fault. But now it's fine. Anyway, let's bake this circuit board to make it reliable. I'll give the baking technique a go. I'm just going to try a different technique because I'm going to try heat gunning the BGA chip. Just heat gun that on that area there. That will work as well, but I think the baking technique might be more thorough. Just put a bright halogen light for an hour or so. That will just make sure that the solder flows properly. A gradual temperature increase rather than the rapid temperature increase. So try that technique. Anyway, this is going to be fun to take apart. There's so many bloody screws in this thing, it's not funny. Might be here, I reckon it's here. Same as what the LG TV was doing, I reckon. Some of the symptom. I'll try that next step, but first I'll try this one. I'll let this bake a little bit. This is a 120 Hz part. It does all the fast moving picture when you're watching sports and movies. This is a 120 Hz processor CPU, or CPU processor, same thing, that does all the processing. So it looks like it's an ordinary TV, but what they've done here, they've just put an upgrade on it to make it a high-end TV. This is pretty much an ordinary HD chip, but this looks like it's an upgrade that clicks on top of that main board there. So I'll try a cook on this one first, bake it a little bit, then we'll see what happens. The little BGA chips are a problem. I'll set it up that way and just have a halogen light sitting on it for about an hour or so, and we'll see what that does. We've got some 3-hole components there. It's very easy to replace those capacitors. We'll try this heating this up and get it nice and hot to see what that does anything. Next step, I'll try this. It's got to be this. That's the only thing I can bring it boil down to. Has to be that causing the grief, because it's, yeah, they're doing a similar thing to the LG plasma when the shed's doing. So let's give this a bit of a cook. And the also seems okay now. Oh, there we go. Look at the glitch it's doing. Here we go. There's that fault. No, I've got the speakers disconnected. Yeah, still faulting out. Okay. Looks like it's the other CPU on that other board I could try heating up, because that doesn't have a heat sink on it. There we go. There's what it's doing there. See, it glitches up. Son of a glitch. Now we'll do this with any input. It's not the TV tuner. It does this with every single input on the back. No matter what source, it'll do this. I get a T-con board attack, but I'm pretty sure it ain't that. Yeah, it ain't that. It's definitely a processor board issue. Some standard definition stuff. I'll try some HD stuff. There's a HD channel here. Not that it actually is 1080p, it's just 720 on these bloody things. Yeah, there you go, it just takes a while now. Slow. Non-HD, which is not, it's an SD. Stupid bloody free-to-air shit. Come on, yeah. I'm trying to find an actual HD channel here, but I don't think I've got one. It's just all freaking wannabe. Oh, the TV's EPG's wrong, which it probably is. It actually is in HD, but it didn't look like a HD picture to me. It looked pretty shit. Oh, let's just watch the news. Yeah, it's not glitching, but yeah, it still does it sometimes, so let's take it apart more. There we go, it's glitching again. Oh, let's try cooking the other board, I think. Let's cook the other board. It's still glitching up. Yeah, there it goes again. Twitchy, glitchy. Hopefully we're going to make a result this time. Turn it off. Here's our glitches. Okay, well the sound's fine, but the menu's stuck. But that's just in the picture itself, not the processor board. I think it's a T-con board then. Alright, well look at that. Looks like it's a T-con board issue here. You see the glitch? Son of a glitch. Looks like I've got a T-con board issue then. The menu came off, it's just stuck on the LCD itself. It's this board here, the T-con. As you can see, I've got some 20 watt 4 ohm speakers as opposed to the 5 watt TV speakers are only 5 watts, 4 ohms. As long as the resistance is what the manual says, it's 4 ohms, so they're fine with these speakers, they're fine on here. And I can tell you, that sounds awesome. That's an awesome sounding TV. How good does this sound? Yeah, there we go, the picture's glitching up.
Perfect for backyard parties.
You can see there, it's glitching up big time.
Or enjoying a...
Yeah, he's just glitching. Yeah, I think it's a T-con board issue, definitely. Alright, well. Everything's working fine, but the picture looks like it's definitely, this reconfirms it's a T-con board issue.
Well, there's no doubt Mr. Sisi will win.
Because everything's working, the sound's working, the OSD come on and come off. So it's the T-con board.
And extend his rule beyond the next term.
We've got a T-con board that's gone full retard. Unfortunately, I've looked for these online for this particular TV. I can't find these.
By militant group Boko Haram.
If I take this off, what I could do is cook the CPU on that.
5 girls died.
Maybe that'll fix it. Maybe. But if it's the only last resort, we can try.
It's still being held.
But damn, it sounds good with their speakers. 20 watts at 4 ohms sounds better than these 5 watt little tiny ones at 4 ohms. These sound much better.
Haram has warned the girls not to return to school.
This sounds good. Sounds more like a rear projection TV with the sound there.
It's been a rough time for the markets over the past week.
Yeah, give the T-Con board a bit of a dong.
Some widespread contagion across markets across the world, and that's of course on the back of those talks out of Washington.
What's here? It's glitching there when I hit the T-Con board.
Worth of imports from China. The Dow shed.
Yeah, it looks like we've got a T-Con board issue.
Days of last week, and it's lost around 10%.
Let's do this T-Con board then. Okay, that's being cooked. Let's see if that fixes anything. Let's see what it does now. Yeah, a bit liney, see? It's definitely the T-Con board, then it's the issue, because now it's a different signal there.
So Steve Smith.
Yeah, it's definitely the T-Con board. I'll try and trace the bloody T-Con board down and find one. It's hard to find in parts of this bloody TV. Takes a while to find the bloody channels. Nothing like the old black and white TVs. You turn a knob and it's there already. Yeah, this thing just takes a while to find the channels. Nothing like turning the bloody knob on the old TVs and it's bang instantly.
The reality for them is going to be in the next,
still doing it.
Few years, because that's elite sport. One moment
It's gone retarded still.
The world and people are celebrating your success, and you make one minor miscalculation, judgment, and poor decision making, and you're no longer on top of the tree.
It's just going that way, not that way, so...
People in cricket in the past...
You can see the symptoms there, it's gone retarded again.
About reputation, what advice would you give to Steve Smith?
Well, I think the first thing is...
Change channel. Yeah, there's that symptom it's doing again.
I think that's tick number 1. Tick number 2 is how Cricket Australia, and I'm absolutely no doubt James Sutherland will deal with this
effectively. Don't want any picture anymore.
He'll work with the players to try and ascertain how this came about in the first place.
Yeah, don't even want to. The buttons now won't respond. Okay, maybe it's not the T-Con board.
Plan of how they're going to, salvage the reputation of Australian cricket.
Can Steve Smith get over this?
Careful, he can
Well, he's a very determined competitor on the field, and if that's any indication of the character that he is, then I think he will.
What about the team then?
I can't get the menu to come up there.
A team that's been knocked so low and is so split.
The sound's fine there.
Yeah. Look, that's a more complex issue to address.
The buttons are responding there, though.
Of real
I can't do nothing.
Performance that
I can't even use the buttons. Yeah, it's locking something in the processor up by the looks of it.
With the leadership team, whoever that might be, and with
it's actually locking something up on the processor board.
Work out what they're going to need.
It looks like it bloody well is the main board, unfortunately.
About to play. No one can walk away from this.
It's not responding to anything now. Completely unresponsive, this TV.
These sorts of scenarios don't just appear overnight. It's obviously something that's been thought about and considered in the light of continuing to be successful.
There's definitely nothing in the power supply causing ripple.
Decision has been something that's been made on the
capacitors all look fine.
Dr. Deirdre Anderson, thank you.
They're not bulged.
Thank you.
That's right, the heatsink aren't bulged either.
Google is ramping up spending.
There was something in there that was bulged and it would be causing an unclean signal, and a dirty signal can mess up a digital circuit and give a similar sort of a symptom to here. But if the power supply has good capacitors, from what I can see, so
the news business has had a fraction.
If I wanted to, I could desolder each one and test them on the ESR meter.
Free ride at their expense.
But I'll be wasting my time because I think it's definitely a mainboard issue.
Their jobs and publications closed as the old business model collapsed.
Speakers aren't. The sound's working fine anyway.
Many news providers today think of
As you can
themselves
see here.
as being at conflict with Google.
Just nothing,
They
mate.
say
Nothing.
It's gobbling up precious.
Yeah, she's gone retarded. This one.
Dominates the means of distribution.
This one's gone full retard.
Here at Google's headquarters, they see things rather differently. They say the open web.
Full retard indeed. Anyway,
universally.
turn this off.
And that's a good thing for all of us. At the top of the.
Reset it. Let's see if it changed anything. Okay, well now it's normal. See, the picture's perfectly fine now. It's not going full retard. It seems to have gotten worse since last time. Before it was alright when I fixed it last. It wasn't as bad. Now it's worse.
Google's official position.
That's what he said too. It was getting worse. So.
Is it the view of Google that information should be free?
No, it should be accessible, and it should be as readily accessible as we can make it.
Anyway, check the information here.
It costs money to produce content, right? So there have to be the appropriate financial underpinnings to support that. Quality journalism is hard. It's expensive, particularly if you're doing in-depth investigative reporting. So it needs to be sustained.
Working fine now. Look at that.
It must be free. So advertising as the
now it's working fine all of a sudden. Yeah, it's definitely something when that bloody main board's gone retarded. So starting must be something digitally, like something in the firmware or something, because heating up those BGA chips sort of fixed it. Surely. So it's something on this board, something else. One of these chips or something's got something digital anyway that's locking up somewhere. Or could be this top board here playing up. But definitely something on here because it's actually locking up and not responding on the buttons. It's like a latching, almost like something's latching on. And it's stuck latched on and the buttons aren't responding. It's something like that in the logic control somewhere. It's playing up on his board here. So it's got brain damage, so to speak. Anyway, that'll be enough for now. Thanks for watching.